Welcome to Community Forum, brought to you by Citizens Against Teen Suicide and Bullying Abuse. Our show is a call to action for families and community members. You'll be hearing from local and national authorities during the upcoming weeks on all aspects of bullying, abuse, and related issues. As we like to say, we've recruited cool speakers to cover hot topics. However, although we will have a variety of speakers, each program will have the same theme. The CATS theme, affirming the precious gift of life through awareness and compassion. The program will be informative and takeaway tips will be offered by each speaker. We hope that our program will inspire you to be an upstander and not a bystander when it comes to dealing with bullying and any other form of abuse that you may witness. And now to Dr. Ray Antasico, Executive Director of CATS and our host for today's program.
Welcome to this segment of Community Forum, and it's another opportunity to hear a cool speaker on a hot topic, as we like to say. And our cool speaker for today is someone who I identify with to a large degree because, like me, he is retired from education, enjoying life, and yet contributing forward still to the betterment of the world around him as he feels enabled and led. And I speak none other of Dr. Gil Gockley, and Gil has a tremendous background in educational guidance and counseling, things like this. He's also a published author. It is our privilege today, truly, to have with us Dr. Gil Gockley. Start gathering the kids, the rest of the family, get a notepad and be ready to hear Dr. Gockley. And as you do that, I'm going to introduce him to you, or rather probably just have him introduce himself a little more. Dr. Gil, welcome to the show.
My pleasure.
Great to have you with us. And what can you tell our audience about, generally speaking now, what you're going to be speaking about today?
Well, believe it or not, I've spent 45 years with the support and love of my wife, Tanya, in trying to figure out what makes a human being click, what makes them tick, what makes it all worthwhile.
That's a noble undertaking, but a very heady one.
It was something that when I was 24 years old, a
Just
million years back, years ago, I read a quote: "The fullest possible flowering of human potentiality is the business of education. It is our reason for being."
Yeah.
And that started me.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it to be a human being? And I think really what the people that are listening, I'm really excited about trying to give you some of the things we learned along the way.
Wonderful.
What is internal health? How do you become happy internally?
Yeah. What's a healthy, happy human
Well,
being?
we have a society, Ray, that it seems to me there's an awful lot of pressure to get your happiness from outside. And you know what? It's good stuff. Getting good grades, winning at sports, giving a good performance, being popular.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm exhausted thinking about all
those of us in our background, I'll say, we used to call that extrinsic, right? But I think you're leading towards the intrinsics that are so important.
So a long time ago, and you would remember the days when we were talking about feelings and needs like self-worth, self-confidence, inner resiliency,
self-esteem,
positive thinking, character development. I'm going to invite the audience and you as well to say, how important are these things I'm talking about, and are we meeting them? If not, let's have a conversation. And I've been watching you a long time. I know that your goal is to have a conversation. What do we need to do that we're not doing?
Let's engage in that conversation today here with you, Gil. And you're right. We need to just start restart wherever you're at on the continuum of life, so to speak. Whether you've been thinking about these things, need to start thinking more, communicating them more to your offsprings or your friends, or just in your internal psyche, so to speak. But we're going to start the conversation, today's conversation, with someone who's well prepared, steeped in experience and research and so forth in this whole area. And it does tie in with everything else we've been talking about here on this show regarding bullying and cyberbullying and all these other pressures that are additional today in students' lives. And so without any further ado, we're going to cut to a break time here. And just briefly, and when we come back, we'll be hearing the conversation starter from our guest today, Dr. Gil Gockley. See you back in just a moment.